What if the real key to changing your reality, your success, your happiness, all of it, wasn't something you had to find out there, but something that's been inside your own head all along? Well, today, we're diving deep into the power of positivity. We're going to explore how a huge shift in your internal world can literally transform everything on the outside.
So let's just start with the biggest question of all. Is happiness something that just happens to you, like a lucky break? Or is it something you have to actively decide to go after day in and day out? Seriously, how you answer that question? Well, it pretty much sets the stage for everything else. And that leads us to this foundational idea, and it's a really powerful one. Happiness isn't some destination you just stumble upon. Nope, it's an active, deliberate choice you have to make every single day, especially on the days when life is throwing its absolute worst at you.
This taps into a basic truth about how our brains work. We tend to find evidence for whatever we already believe. So think about it. If you wake up and decide it's going to be a bad day, your brain will go out of its way to spot every little thing that proves you right. But, and this is the amazing part, the exact opposite is also true. If you choose to look for the good, you will find it. The world is going to offer you proof for either outlook. The real choice is which one you're going to look for.
And you can really see the two different feedback loops we can get caught in here. On one side, you're seeking out negative news, which makes you focus on horrible things, and then you're just putting more of that negative energy out there. It's a total downward spiral. But look at the other side. You find stuff about happiness, which leads you to practice gratitude, and that inspires you to speak more optimistically. It's an upward spiral. You really do get back what you put out into the world.
This quote just cuts right to the heart of it, doesn't it? This isn't about pretending bad things don't happen. It's about making a core decision that no matter what life throws at you, you are going to actively hunt for something to enjoy, something to appreciate. That's where all your power is.
Okay, so if we agree happiness is a choice, the next logical question is, how do we actually make that choice consistently? And the answer is right here. It's your mind. This whole section is about mastering your internal world. Because let's be real, you can't control what happens to you, but you can absolutely control how you respond.
I want you to think about it like this. The external world. The things that happen to you, like betrayal, fear, frustration? That world is often chaotic. It's out of your control. But your internal world, your reaction, your perspective, that deep down knowledge that you're going to be okay, that is where your true power is. The waves on the outside are going to crash, but you are the captain of the ship.
And this brings us to such a critical point. What is the story you're telling yourself about your own life? That little voice in your head isn't just background noise, it's the narrator of your entire reality. And by consciously changing that story, say from one of being a victim to one of being a hero, you can fundamentally change your experience of life itself.
So here's a great question to just stop and ask yourself. Are you just kind of coasting on a conveyor belt of assumptions you've picked up over the years about who you are and what you're capable of? Or have you ever stepped off that belt and consciously, deliberately chosen what you want to believe about yourself and your future?
All right, so understanding the theory is one thing, but actually putting it into practice, that's where the magic really happens. So let's get tactical. This next part is all about building the daily habits of happiness, how we turn this powerful mindset into real concrete action.
A fantastic place to start is with a framework that's been proven to work. The ideas from Vincent Peale's classic book give us a super practical way to tackle just about any challenge that comes our way. Think of it like a mental toolkit for solving problems.
So let's just walk through this process. It all starts with belief. You simply can't solve a problem if you don't actually believe it's solvable. Next, you have to be serene. Panicking just clouds your judgment. You got to approach it calmly. Then, you gather the cold, hard facts so you can see the situation for what it is, not just what your emotions are telling you. From there, you have to learn to trust your intuition, that gut feeling. And finally, and this is probably the most important part, you have to act. An answer is totally useless if you don't have the courage to actually move forward with it.
And here are some simple daily habits to really build that mental muscle. First, you have to actively create happiness. Yeah, that means forcing yourself to think upbeat thoughts even when you don't feel like it. It's like a workout for your brain. Second, beat anxiety by just carving out 15 minutes a day for quiet, peaceful thought. Just reset. Third, expect the best. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's about planting seeds of positivity. And finally, you can't just tell yourself to stop worrying, you have to replace it. By creating goals for your health, your finances, your career, you give your mind a new, hopeful, and productive mission.
And now for the ultimate test. It's one thing to be positive when everything's going your way. But how do you apply this mindset when you are facing real, tough adversity? This is all about learning how to win life's fights.
Wow, this is such a powerful call to action. Real growth never, ever happens in the comfort zone. True fulfillment comes from having the guts to confront challenges, even if it means you might fail. Settling for comfort is really just settling for stagnation.
Now, when it comes to something as deeply painful as heartache, the advice here is very direct. Of course, you have to feel your emotions, but the key is to resist that temptation to just brood and wallow forever. You have to return to your routine, stay busy, and not let the heartache take over your life. It's about you handling it, not it handling you. Let this one really sink in for a second. Actually earning $1 million or reaching whatever huge goal you have, that isn't the hardest part. The single most difficult barrier you will ever have to overcome is the one inside your own mind. Truly, deeply believing that an achievement like that can happen to you. This just captures the spirit of a warrior, right? It's about choosing the thrill of the fight, the possibility of both failure and success, over the boring safety of a guaranteed existence. It's about standing tall and facing the world, proud and unafraid, ready for whatever it brings.
So after all of this, after talking about mindset and habits and winning life's fights, it all boils down to one simple question for you. What's your dream?
And here is the single most empowering truth of all. You are the author of your own story. No one else is. You might not have chosen all your circumstances, but you absolutely get to choose the narrative. The pen has always been and will always be in your hand.
Let's end on this. This is so powerful. "It's not over until I win" is so much more than a quote. It's a personal declaration. It is the mindset that flat out refuses to quit, that sees every setback as just a setup for a comeback. It's the deep understanding that the final outcome is determined only by your own persistence. If you adopt this mindset, you become unstoppable, because it's not over until you win.